Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you are doing well and having a great day as usual. So forewarning, this may be a bit of an intense video, so grab some coffee or some tea or some chips just in case, because this might take a while. A lot of stuff has happened over the last 24 hours and I'd like to kind of address a lot of things. And yeah, so I don't even know where to. First of all, the market is down, as you can see. Big Daddy here continues to fall and is kind of dragging everything else down with it. There's been no actual negative news as far as I've seen over the last couple of days that should have this falling or anything else falling. There's been a lot of talk about market manipulation, and a lot of people think that the whales are doing it simply because they want to get everything a lot cheaper before they start the next bull run. I don't know how true that actually is or a lot of the basis behind it, but I do personally believe, I've said this before, I believe that a lot of the market and a lot of the coins are held by some of the richest people on this planet. They know each other, they work together, they make sure that they become richer. And not to even get into it, but for a lot of people who don't know, after the 2008 crash, these were some of the people who also made some of the most money in the world because they know how to manipulate markets in their favor, even when prices are going down. So there's been no negative news. There's been tons of things about adoption going back and forth. So there's no actual basis why prices should be going down, other than the entire community slowly becoming upset because the market will not pick itself back up. So, where to start? First off, yesterday was the Coinbase Ripple thing that was supposed to happen on CNBC. We saw the price of XRP shoot up because everyone assumed that there would be some type of listing because both of them would be talking together. I told you guys I didn't expect anything to be revealed on national television that would result in a partnership with them or whatever the case might be. What ended up happening was, which caused a lot of people to become upset. I was watching, there's another channel called Teenage Investor. He was doing a live stream for people who weren't actually in the States and wanted to watch this on, wanted to watch it live as it was happening. All that ended up happening is Brad Garlinghouse actually didn't even get to talk. He was never actually even on the screen because something else took precedence over the interview that was supposed to have happened. It was some type of deliberation. I can't remember exactly what it was, but a lot of people kind of tuned off after that. All that ended up happening was Coinbase announced that they are launching their own index fund. So many people online lost their minds. I went to, I believe it was their Twitter account and something else, and on Reddit, I saw a couple posts on Steemit and somewhere else, and everyone is... When you have a chance to have an interview with Coinbase and the people behind Ripple on the same exact show, and the thing that gets announced is that there's going to be an index fund, obviously people aren't going to be too excited. So the entire point of the index fund is that Coinbase is trying their hardest to become an industry leader in this market. We already know that they are, I believe they are the largest or one of the largest crypto exchanges in the entire world. This is kind of what fuels the frustration as to why they're not adding other coins. Even when you look around, like I said, XRP is one thing, but people are wondering why are they not adding other coins in general. So it comes to, I'll try to even get to that in a second. Part of the annoyance with the index fund is if you read through it and if you watch the interview, they are planning to create this index fund for accredited U.S. investors. Pretty much this will literally be for the richest people who are in crypto to kind of get another leg up on the market and in the system. They keep trying to market themselves as this, what's it called? Like they're pretty much trying to be the go-to when it comes to crypto investments. This is why I think eventually they will add new coins, but they're not stating that they will be adding any new coins, because if you've been paying attention the last couple of weeks as well, I told you this video would get intense. The last couple of weeks, there has been a lot of news about lawsuits that have been happening against them. There are a lot of people who are suing them because there are people who are trying to sue them because they haven't been contacted back by Coinbase because I think they have $25 in their account and they want their money, et cetera, et cetera. But there's a lot of, I think the last 2 or 3 that have come out have been against not money laundering. Gosh, what's it called? insider trading. Yeah. So that's, people are saying that well, this actually did happen. So this is kind of the reason behind it. Before Bitcoin Cash was launched officially, before they released a statement saying that they were going to add Bitcoin Cash, the price of Bitcoin Cash on their website started going up, I think about 2 or 3 or 4 hours before. There was no other news about it. So it was kind of weird that it was just going up on their platform. The price started going up dramatically. They announced that they would be launching it. People started tumbling onto their website trying to buy it while the price was going up. At some point, the price hit around, I think, $10,000, $20,000 for Bitcoin Cash on their website. It completely crashed their entire infrastructure. And then I think they stopped it for about 5 or 6 hours until they came back and said, oh yeah, we have everything back online. So this is the idea behind why they're not adding anything else, because when you have lawsuits against insider trading against you, that is not something that you kind of want to take lightly, especially when it comes down to millions or potentially hundreds of millions of dollars over the course of a couple of hours. So realistically, they wouldn't want to kind of add anything because, well, can you imagine if they had added XRP or had stated that they were going to add XRP when the price was right around here? What do you think would have happened? People would have been elated. Yeah, that's great. The price would have started going up. People would have been like, hey, why did the price go up here? And then why did you guys add it around here? Everyone thinks that they're trying to kind of cover their bases, and this is kind of what it seems like, but they're slowly but surely going to fall behind. Like I said, I think they're trying to become an industry leader in all of this, but there are a lot of people who are very unhappy with Coinbase. Finally moving on, kind of segueing into the exact same thing. So one major thing, like I said before, is if you pay attention to what happens on the news, if you pay attention to what happens on outlets that are for rich people, for people that are wealthy, there has been a lot of discussion by CNBC and these other places on how to buy Ripple. And that's not a coincidence. They want this coin and they're looking for ways to kind of get into it. So the fact that Coinbase still hasn't done this is still another conundrum. But so during the time when the interview should have happened and everyone, or a lot of people, expected them to announce some type of XRP integration, literally I think 3 or 4 websites started popping up online and people were making videos about them. People were posting on forums, online, what have you, about other websites that have decided to take over where Coinbase is pretty much falling behind. One of them is a website known as Bitit. It's not the simplest name to say in English. They've been around since 2014. I've heard of them a couple of times, and they are kind of known as the Coinbase of France. If you look, I'm going to try my hardest to remember to put these in the description below. They are, how do you say this? They're literally Coinbase, but in France. Everything that you can do on Coinbase, you can do on this already. And one of the greatest things is that you can actually, it's not closed to anyone around the world. Like, this is actually open. There's nothing stopping you from joining this. If you are from Canada, if you are from America, if you are from the Middle East, they actually accept all of these currencies. I'm pretty sure yours is probably one of the ones that's on here as well. And they just, like, literally, as this was happening, they noted that they had just added Litecoin and XRP to their exchange. Part of my confusion is why Coinbase is so, why people are so heavily focused on Coinbase when it comes to XRP integration. I understand that they are one of the head ones, but they're kind of not the greatest anymore. And there's so many other websites that do exactly what they are doing. People have started to lose sight of what's actually happening. There are a lot of people on other videos. There's a guy who I watch sometimes. His name is Crypto Nomad. And I realized that he was a bit frustrated in one of his last videos, like I've been in many of my other videos. A lot of people are losing sight of what exactly is happening with XRP and exactly what the Ripple team is doing. The fact that they've coupled up with Western Union, MoneyGram, SBI, 150 banks, and the bank in Mexico, and all this other good news is constantly coming out, and people are ignoring it simply for the fact that everyone's waiting for Coinbase. It doesn't logically make any sense. It would be great if Coinbase listed it at this point. I'm not holding my breath anymore. I'm kind of almost done with Coinbase. I have instructed a couple of other clients to start using other platforms if they're looking for Ripple or to buy XRP, because at this point I've been telling people for the last, I contacted, sorry, this is really long video, I'm sorry. I contacted Coinbase sometime around December, and I was asking them, do you guys plan on adding Ripple and XRP? And they told me that they were actually working towards the integration. I told you the exact same thing for the Exodus wallet. They told me that they were working towards the integration. Everything completely fell apart, and this is where we are now. And since then, there have been so many other places that have launched their things where you can simply buy XRP, and I don't think at all that Coinbase is relevant. Look into this. Everything that I tell you, make sure to always do your own research. Look into it yourself. This is exactly what people have wanted with Coinbase, and it's already here on so many other platforms. So, like I said, when this interview was going on, and that's an amazing face, when this interview was going on and so many people were waiting for some type of Coinbase XRP news, Bitit announced that they were adding XRP. Crypto Buzz has also announced, I believe they're based in the UK. They have also, this is kind of cool, they have announced that they are also adding XRP, I think, as their first currency that they add. CoinSquare, the exact same time, made a statement saying that they're also adding Ripple and is coming soon. And it's like there are, there's no need for Coinbase anymore. As great as it would be, I understand the frustration, but like I said, we all have a part in this. We all, these coins depend on us as much as they do the company. If you know someone who is looking to buy Ripple or to get into XRP, point them this way. There's no need for Coinbase anymore. There's really no actual need for it. Moving on from this topic, finally, it appears that Russia is, or rather, this is now, it seems to be completely true. Russia is going to legalize cryptocurrencies on July 1st. Russian authorities are planning to pass new legislation that would effectively legalize cryptocurrency markets by summer 2018, as revealed in a report by Russia's parliament official publication on March 1st. Russian President Vladimir Putin has set a deadline on July 1st for relevant cryptocurrency legislation to be adopted in the country. I knew this was coming. We kind of saw the writing on the wall. They weren't talking about banning it. They were more so talking about how to not manipulate. What's the word? How to control everything. So the entire problem right now seems to be that the central bank does not believe that normal people should be allowed to trade, buy, or hold crypto. We saw this around January when they were talking about it. They said that they believe that only, once again, the accredited investors or those who have a high net worth should be allowed to trade crypto because they think that it's too dangerous for normal everyday people. I think that they will lean more towards allowing everyone to kind of do it, because the other side of the coin was that they wanted everyone to be allowed to do it, not the central bank, but the government, everyone to be allowed to do this. But I think there would be a limit of like $5,000 that would be allowed to be invested. There's also, I wasn't able to find it, but I saw people talking about China eventually being able, also allowing cryptocurrency trading, but following kind of the same things that Russia is doing when it comes to adoption, only allowing certain people to do it or making a limited for exactly to what happens, because there has been news that certain exchanges have been talking with the Chinese government, and they pretty much want them to be as transparent as a window. The government pretty much wants control over everything, with the name of the exchange being in, whatever the exchange name might be, the government will have complete control because they want to know every single thing that's happening within the country. So I think at some point we will see China jump back into the game. I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but I'm definitely assuming that it's probably going to be sometime around 2018, possibly early 2019, once they get everything under control. Last up, my gosh, I'm running out of breath. Grayscale has announced that they are adding new cryptocurrency trusts to their investment portfolio, or for people who wish to invest in these cryptocurrencies. They have added Ethereum, Litecoin XRP, and Bitcoin Cash. I think they previously had, oh gosh, what was it? It was two other coins, I believe. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin was obviously one of them. They said that they're looking for a way for big money to be able to get into cryptocurrencies, and this is the way that they are going to kind of do it. Very good news whenever any type of other coins are added to any other type of platform. This is always good news, even if it's just for insanely rich people. But I mean, these people also help to push adoption forward because people tend to follow those who are the richest. Sorry for the super long video. There was just a lot to cover. I had to address the anger and the confusion that's been floating around the last couple of days, especially after yesterday. A lot of people were waiting for some type of positive news, but I'm glad that these three websites literally during the meeting completely came forward and they said, no, we're going to do this instead. It's a shame what's happening to Coinbase, but I mean, if you can't keep up, that is literally your problem and no one else's. All right, everyone, that is definitely going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, if you got coffee or tea, I hope it was excellent. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. See you.